Dear students of grade 10, welcome back to my English class once again. It's RK YouTube channel. Students, today we are going to discuss and we are going to explain about reading to text from Unit 11 Ethics and Morality. And we have reading to text that's a world record that we are going to discuss and explain. And before reading text we have some question and answer the following questions. A number, can you stand on your head? So students, in this picture you can see clearly a man who is standing on his head. So can you do that, students? But I think students, nobody can, everyone can't do this one because it needs a lot of practice, hard work, and techniques and tact. So this stunt, and I think everyone can't do, but there are some exceptionals who can do, who can do this. Second question is, do you want to keep a world record? What it would be? Yes, students, everyone who is talented in his particular field or a particular niche, he can do. Everyone wants to keep a world record. And students, we have world record text that we are going to study, and here we go now. So here we have text, students. It's a scene. You can see it's a big TV studio, and it's a scene is a big TV studio here, and there are some characters in that TV show. Or those who are those characters, and first one is Albert Hargreaves and Daisy Hargreaves, and who is a wife of Albert, and Mabel Phillips and Michael Monshine. So all these are the characters that are those who are playing in that big TV show. The first character we have, that is Michael, and Michael is the host of that TV show, and who is going to host this TV show. Michael, thank you. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a program that gives you the chance to break your world record. And now Michael is hosting, and ladies and gentlemen, and this program is really going to giving a chance to everyone to break it, to make a world record. We have here in studio tonight two people who are trying to break world records. So, and Michael again is hosting that. There have two people and tonight on that TV program, and who are going to break world record. And let's meet them and see what they are doing. Tell me, sir, what's your name? Then he started saying again that let's meet together, let's meet them, and let's have a meet with them and see what they were doing. And then he started saying the name and what's your name? Then Albert Hargreaves. Then Albert replies, it's Albert Hargreaves, and who is the contestant of this TV show that he's going to break a world record. And Michael is then Michael and the host of the TV show, Albert Hargreaves. Well, Albert, what are you doing then? Michael says to Albert that what he's going to do now. In Albert, then I am standing on one leg in bucket of hot soup. Then Albert replies that he's going to stand on his own leg, okay, in a bucket of hot soup. Soup, students, are liquid, hot, mm, hot liquid, that is a soup. And Michael, then host, ladies and gentlemen, he's standing on leg in a bucket of hot soup now. And ladies and Michael announced that Albert is going to stand in one leg in a bucket of that hot soup. Then the audience starts, applauding and giving applauding a round of applause there. And then Michael host to Albert, how long have you been standing on one leg in that bucket of hot soup? And then again Michael says to Albert and that how long he has been standing in one leg that in that bucket of water. Then Albert, the contestant, I have been standing here for 6 hours and 58 minutes. So Albert says that he has been standing here for 6 hours and 58 minutes. Then, then the host of the TV show, that is Michael, and what is the world record for standing on one leg in a bucket of hot soup? Then Michael says to Albert that what was the world record earlier that to be standing on that hot soup. Then Michael says it was Albert. Then it was 7 hours and 3 minutes was the earlier world record so far. And Michael then host of the TV 7 hours and 3 minutes, and you have been standing here for 6 hours and 59 minutes. And Michael says it's a 7 hour and 3 minutes, the world record. But you have been standing here for 6 hours and 59 minutes. Well, you Albert, you have only got 4 minutes to go. Now, then says that Albert, you have 4 minutes to go. Audience applauds. Then audience starts, applauding. Then again, the Michael, the host TV show, Albert, you have been standing on one leg in that bucket of soup for almost 7 hours now. Albert's eat. That's right. Yes. Michael then hosts TV show, and would you tell me, is the soup still hot? Then Michael and says to that contestant is that soup is still hot or not? Albert, yes, my wife has been approaching every half an hour, and my wife comes after every half an hours with more sizzling soup and a hot soup, and then she appears now. Here she appears now here as my wife, Mrs. Garvey's Harvick's, comes in. Hargives comes in is the wife of Albert. Daisy, here you are, Albert. So she poured some boiling soup into the. Then she started, pouring that boiling hot soup into the bucket. Then Albert started crying like, "Ah, Michael." Well, then the TV host of the TV show then says, "Well, I'm glad it's your leg in the soup." "Yes, Albert's and not mine." Albert said, "No, it's not mine." Audience laughs. Audience starts laughing after hearing that when Albert says that it's not my leg. And then Michael, the TV host of the TV show, now we have another contender in the studio, a very charming young lady. Can you tell the viewers your name? Now there is another contestant, participants, and a very charming and a young lady. And then Michael, the TV host, show and says to that ladies, can you tell the viewers her name? Then Mabel Phillips. Then she tells her name is Mabel Phillips. Michael, Mabel Phillips. Well, Mabel, what are you doing now? Then the Michael says that what are you doing? Mabel, I am leaning on this brush, and is starting leaning on his brush. Michael, she's leaning on a brush. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't help thinking the same. So students, then Michael announce that the ladies and gentlemen that she's going to that, but I can't help thinking the same. Then again audience applauds and a laugh, starting laughing and applauding. And that auditorium, that TV show, Michael then host, well, Albert has been standing on one leg in his bucket of hot soup for 7 hours and 1 minute. Yes, then Michael announced that the Albert Habins has been standing in a hot bucket to for 7 hours and 1 minute. So he's only got 2 more minutes to go now. She's about to break his world record and she's behind only 2 minutes. Poor Mabel's got a long way to go, and here is another young man, and he hasn't got any trouser. Now again, there's one another young man, who has lost his trousers there, and then again, audience starts giggles and laughing. Michael, now sir, what are you doing? Then the TV host, so Michael, what are you doing? Then the man, I'm looking for trouser. Then he says to Michael that he's looking for his trouser. He lost somewhere. Michael, I can't see that. Then I can see that. TV host so says that he can see that. And how long have you been making an exploration for your trouser? And how long, for how long you have been searching your that trouser? Then the Michael says to that man. Then man replies, I have been looking for them for 5 minutes. Then man replies to Michael that he has been searching for his trouser for 5 minutes. And Michael then TB host show. And what's the world record? And the man pardon, and man says, sorry Michael, what's the world record for looking for trouser? Then Michael is asked, you know about the world record for looking the trouser. But man, I am not trying to break the world record. Then man replies that he's not going to break the world record. I took my trouser off to have a bath, but instead I took off my trouser while I was having bath, and when I got out of bath my trouser were gone. Then when I came out from bath and I saw that there was no trouser there. And then Michael replies, I see, get out of the way. We are on television. I think that's a nonsense. Yes, so we should on our TV show, and let's leave that one. We should not talk about that because we are on TV show, and that's a nonsense. And then audience laugh. Then audience start laughing, and Michael then host, sorry about that ladies and gentlemen. Then Michael says sorry to the audience, ladies and gentlemen. Now back to Albert's Hargreaves. Now we have again Albert Hargreaves. Albert, you have been standing in that bucket of hot soup for 7 hours and 2 minutes. Only 1 minute to go. Now 1 minute to go, and you are about to reach that, and you will break the world record. And you are certainly going to break that world record because you are just behind 1 minute from that record. And here comes Mr. Garvis with more blistering soup. Then again, the wife of Albert's, Mrs. Garvis, is coming with the blistering hot soup. Then Daisy, here you are. Then a Daisy, Albert. Then she pours some more soup into vessels. Then Albert starts crying in a it was not bearable for Albert. It was so hot. Michael, tell me, Albert, how does it feel? Then Michael says to Albert, how you are feeling to be inside the soup. Then Albert scoffing, and then the audience start again laughing on Albert. After seeing all this, and Michael then TV host, so no, no, no. I mean, how does it feel to be approaching the world record? Albert, well, Michael, I have been dreaming about this moment. I have been thinking about nothing else. But Albert replies to a TV hoster that Albert, he has been dreaming about this moment, and he's thinking about this only. He's thinking about nothing, but he's thinking about breaking this world record only. Then Michael's, yes, Albert, I have been practicing every day. And Albert replies that he has been practicing this for every day. And Michael, yes, Albert, twice on Sunday. And he says that every twice, every Sunday twice he do this. Michael, yes, and here turns up Mrs. Garvis. Then again, here is Mrs. Garvis. Albert, oh no, one, not again, not again, Michael. It's all right, Albert. She's only looking at watch. So Michael says, no, no, it's all right, and Albert, and she's only looking at her watch, and the audience laughs. And the Daisy, Albert, Albert, only 10 seconds to go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Mabel push Albert, then Mabel push the Albert. Mabel ironically congratulate Albert's uh, then start crying. And Albert's fall over. Then Albert falls over there, and and Mabel and ironically congratulate Albert, and Albert falls over there. And Michael last finally. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Albert Hargreaves has broken a world record, but he has broken his leg. Then finally announced by the announcement is done by Michael, the TV host. So that, ladies and gentlemen, Albert Hargreaves and has broken a world record, but he also has broken his leg. So this is TV show, and that is hosted by Michael, and we have contestant and Albert who is going to break this world record to stand in a hot and sizzling soup. And this is a conversation or a TV show, students. So this is all about your reading to text from Unit 11. We will be back again with a new text and a new exercise, students. With that, students, I come to an end of today's lesson, and thanks for watching me. And keep watching and stay tuned, and do subscribe, share, and like my video if the video is informative and knowledgeable. And also, I look for your feedback and suggestion always, students, which I have been looking for a long time. And students, see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Have a nice day.